Look at him.
Ready to record? No. Hey, Carly, we just haven't had a lot of, I mean, other than like the hot class and like our power, but we hadn't been telling a lot of people about it. No, don't feel bad. Like, I'm glad you're here, like 100%. Super hard to do.
Did you catch that?
Oh, yeah. That's what reminded me of.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I saw
Right.
it. It looks a lot better.
Budokon.
All right. You or something.
No.
I need to. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. So welcome everybody to the Budokon Yoga Primary Series. Coming to you live from a new studio in the metropolis of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. This practice, something I've been teaching, I think Allison said before class, like she did a workshop like 5 years ago. Probably one of the first things that I did. So hopefully you'll get more out of this because I have not stopped practicing it for 5 years. I haven't stopped going back to Miami and studying with Cameron. We got a good group. Carly's here, Emily's here. But we've built a big group here in Hattiesburg, which has been pretty interesting. And hopefully when everything calms down and the studio kind of like gets cracking again, it'll be big again. So this week I did a training. Emily, when did I go to do that mobility teacher training?
In
August of last year? 2019. So in August of 19, I did a mobility teacher training with Cameron in Miami. And I just this week got approved as a teacher. Because I had to like send videos back and do this and do this. So that was pretty cool. Looking forward to kind of adding some of that mobility work, especially in the advanced Budokon class. This class, we do the same 7 sections every time we practice. So start in a kneeling seat, kind of a martial arts kind of based seat. Your toes are tucked, if that's comfortable. That's what we're working toward. Your hands on top of your knees and sit nice and tall. So the breath that we try to use during this entire practice is a deep belly breath and taking the air in and out of the nose. So see if you can relax your shoulders up, back, and down. Take a big inhale through your nose. Filling up your belly all the way, pausing, and exhaling that air out. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, press out. So continue that breathing pattern, that deep belly breath, and allowing the breath to leave your body, your belly to draw up and in. So as we move through these movements, I want you to try to keep that breath steady the whole time. That's pretty difficult. So that's one of the big challenges of the practice. So you're working hard, but you're breathing the whole time. We usually would start a practice with a little bit of meditation, a little bit of seated, which can be very difficult for a lot of people to be still. And meditating doesn't mean stopping thoughts. That's kind of a misinterpretation. But it's just using the breath to observe the thoughts. And as your mind races and it darts and goes about and thinks of other things, you just try to return to your posture and return to your breath. And don't beat yourself up if you're always wandering away, because everybody does. So we begin our Budokon practice with a bow in. We're going to take our left hand to the mat, make a triangle with your left and right hand, bend your elbows and take your forehead down toward the little triangle you built, and press back up. Bringing your hands together at heart center, we take a bow forward, and we come back up. Good. Section 1 is called awakening. We start in a downward facing dog, so move yourself to a down dog. So hopefully people watching on Zoom can hear me. We got this new microphone, so it's right by me, and I think the audio is a little clearer. And I'll try to do the cueing in a way that you don't really have to look at the screen as much, so listen. A lot of things we repeat, so you might have to watch it one time and kind of see, but hopefully the cueing is pretty clear. Bring your feet together in your down dog. Lift your heels up as high as they'll go, rolling wave, and as you exhale, roll through your spine, taking your shoulders towards your wrist. Keep your arms long and lower your hips down. You're in a upward facing dog. Now press through your hands, tuck your chin, engage your shoulders, and roll back to a downward facing dog. Widen your stance, look forward, bend into your knees, and as you exhale, spring up, float, and lower your feet down by your hips, by your hands. You're in a squat. Widen your stance out, slide your elbows inside your knees, little push out as you sit taller, leaning your shoulders back, and breathe. Fingers down, hips lift, adjust your stance so heel toe your feet, whether hip width distance apart. Inhale, roll up to a half back, long spine. Chin tucked, neck long, tailbone pressing back. Exhale, fold down. Bend your knees as much as you need to flatten your hands on the floor. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, fold down, squat down, take your hips low, keep your heels down, elbows inside knees, pressing out, leaning shoulders back. Fingers down, hips lift, inhale, roll up through your spine. It's a slow control roll up. Coming all the way up and reaching your arms overhead. Interlace your fingers and bend back. So hips forward, shoulders back. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, plant your hands and work on floating or hopping your feet back to your plank. Shift forward, lower chaturanga, pressing, hugging elbows in. Cobra roll is a little different. From this position, you slide your knees towards your chest so your hips lift into the air. Now press the ground and roll your hips through your back in an upward facing dog. Chin to chest, big press through your hands and roll back. Downward facing dog. Breathe here for 3. Good. 2. Feet together, rolling wave. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, roll through. Shoulders over wrist. Hips root down, upward face. Chin to chest, big press, roll back. Downward face. Widen your stance, look forward. Exhale, spring, float, and land in a squat. Heels down, elbows inside knees. Fingers down, hips lift, adjust your stance, hip width, roll up, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Roll up, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Roll up, inhale. Fold down and squat down. Keep your heels down, sit low. Fingers down, roll up, inhale. Reach tall, clasp your hands, bend back, hips forward, shoulders back. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, find length. Exhale, float back, lower chaturanga. Cobra roll. Downward facing dog. Breathe here for 3. 2. Feet together, heels lift, inhale. Rolling wave. Hips root down, arms stay long, upward face. Chin to chest, press and roll back. Downward face. Widen your stance, look forward. Best one yet, floating frog. Spring up. Lower down. Fingers down, hips lift. Adjust your stance, hip width. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, roll up. Fold down and squat down. Keep your hips low. Keep your elbows inside your knees. Lean your shoulders back. Fingers down. Roll up through your spine. Inhale. Reach tall. Clasp your hands. Bend back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, float back. Lower through chaturanga. Cobra roll. Your hips lift. You roll through the upward face. Chin to chest. You press back. You roll back, downward face. Good. End of section 1. Take a knee. Grab your water if you need it. How y'all feel? I mean, he's like, I'm tired. We've been doing all this stuff. Carly, how you feel? Allison, how you feel? Smiling. That's good. Good. So section 2 brings in this like weapons aspect. So we have something called revolved archer where we're drawing a bow. We're releasing the arrow. We're throwing the bow over our head. We're in warrior 2. We're stepping back, circling the arms. We call it, what do we call it? Double block, drop stance. We draw a sword from our waist. We reach forward. We place the sword down, we circle our arms, we go back. So section 2 is the longest section. It kind of builds. So all these parts like add up. So it's like we do the first one on one side, we do on the other side, we do, I think there's a cat in the screen. Allison's cat's doing yoga now, clearly. But section 2 is the longest section. We do both sides, and we do what's called a rolling vinyasa between the sections. So let's start in down dog. Bring your feet together. And inhale your right leg into the air. Your heel's lifting up, your toes are pointed down. Bend that heel towards your glute. Shift forward, place your right foot down, runner's lunge. Knee over heel. Right hand draws the bow up. Present your left hand forward. This is your revolved archer. This is the arrow. Throw the bow over your head. Find warrior 2. Watch that front knee. Step back, double block. So hands in front of your body, left up, right down. Shift back, rear heel down, front toes up. Right hand draws the sword. Reach forward. It's like an extended warrior 2. Right hand down, left hand in the air. Circle. Left hand down, right foot into the air. Right foot down. Left side, left leg lifts. Bend the heel towards your glute, shift forward, left foot down. Left hand draws the bow up. Revolved archer, release to warrior 2. Step back to double block, rear heel down, front toes up. Left hand draws a sword from your waist, reach forward. Circle your arms, left down, right across, left foot into the air, left foot down. Feet together, rolling vinyasa, heels come up. Roll through to plank, press and lower chaturanga. Cobra roll, hips lift. Upward face, chin to chest, press back. Downward face. 3 breaths. Feet together, right leg lifts. Bend your heel, step forward, runner's lunge. Right hand draws us up, revolved archer. Release warrior 2, step back, double block, reach forward as you lower your hips all the way down to sit. So your left foot is down, your right leg's extended, your right hand's behind your right hip. Take your left hand across and rise up. Warrior's bridge. Come down, keep the energy moving as you circle back up, your right foot is forward, you're reaching forward, your left leg lifts, your right hand reaches, it's flying warrior. Now lower your left foot down, double block, left hand up, right hand down, rear heel down. Draw your sword with your right hand, reach forward, circle your arms, step your right foot into the air, and take your right foot down. Left leg lifts, inhale, bend it and draw it through. Inhale, draw up, revolved archer. Release warrior two. Step back, double block. Reach forward to lower down. So your left leg's extended, your right hand's down, your left hand's behind your hip. Your right hand goes across, and you rise up. Warrior's bridge. Circle down, come back up, left foot forward, reach, right leg lifts. So you're working lengthen the left arm, right arm back, right leg back, right foot finds the floor, double block. Left hand draws a sword, reach forward, circle your arms, and step your left leg into the air. Left foot lowers down. Feet together, rolling vinyasa, heels up, lower all the way, chaturanga. Cobra roll, your hips lift, you roll it through, upward face, chin to chest, you take it back. Downward face, 3 breaths. Feet together, right leg lifts. Bend it and draw it through. Draw up to revolved archer. Release to warrior two. Step back to double block. Reach forward to lower down. Warrior's bridge, left hand across, rise up. Come down and circle back up. Right foot forward, reach. Flying warrior. Right arm forward, left arm back, left leg lifting. Hands to heart center. Point your left toes down. Swing the left leg through, hop and turn. It's called falling warrior. You're facing the other direction. Hands down, lower through. Chaturanga. Cobra roll. Downward facing dog. Breathe here in your down dog for 3. Good. 2. Feet together and left leg rises. Bend it, draw it through. Left hand draws us up to revolved archer. Release to warrior two. Step back to double block. Reach forward to lower down. Left hand behind you, right hand across. Warrior's bridge, rise up. Circle back out, left foot to the back of the room, reach. Left arm reaches, right leg lifts. Flying warrior. Square your hips, hands to heart center. Swing your right leg through, hop and turn. Find the floor. Cobra roll. Downward facing dog. Good. Breathe here. 3, 2, take a knee. Section 2. Y'all still with us? Yeah? All right. And no worries, like at home, like I'll send you the recording. Plus we did one last week. Emily and I did where we just went through the whole thing pretty quickly. So it's a good practice to try at home. And then if you join us, and I know, I don't know if anybody's teaching up your way, Allison, but I know I've got a friend in the city. That's not super close, but I can check too. It's a fun group of people that practice this. So we've got section 3. 1, 2, and 3 are very like energy, heat building sections. 4 is a back bending section. 5 is a balancing section. 6 is an animal movement section. 7 is kind of like the end of a yoga class with a couple of things thrown in. So normally we practice this for like 90 minutes. Today I'll probably be more like 60. We start in down dog for section 3. Bend into your knees and look forward. Float through to boat. Reach forward with your legs, reach forward with your arms. Keep tucked as you lower back. Take your arms overhead. Find plow. On an exhale, roll up onto your feet. Reach your arms forward and lift your heels, we call it in Budokon iron footstool. Put your straight arms on the floor. Put your knees as high into your armpits as you can and shift forward, straight armed crane. Lift your feet if you can. Bring your feet back down. Bring your heels to touch. Your knees are opening out. Your hands are at heart center. And lift your arms overhead. On an exhale, bring your knees together, bring your heels down, bring your left elbow on the outside of your right knee for a seated twist. Look down at your right foot. Press that right foot firmly down, peel your left foot up. Now step your left toes back, put your left hand down, reach your right arm into the air, twist. Windmill your arms, warrior two. Step back, double block. Left hand paints the floor. Right foot forward, left hand forward, reverse flying warrior. So your left arm reaches, your left leg lifts. Draw your left knee up and through. Proud warrior. Kick your left foot forward. Kicking warrior. Draw it back. Lean forward, work toward warrior three. Hands to heart center. Swing your left leg through, hop and turn. You're facing the other direction. Lower down. Cobra roll. Downward facing dog. Good. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Look forward, bend into your knees, float through to boat. Legs reach, arms reach, lower with control. Arms overhead, lift to plow. Exhale, iron footstool, feet down. Arms reach, heels lift. Straight arms to the floor, knees into the back of your armpits. Lean forward, straight arm crane. Toes to the mat. Heels touch, knees out, hands at heart center. Arms rise up. Exhale, knees together, heels down. What is it? Right elbow outside left knee. Sitting back into your hips and opening to the left. Pressing your left foot down until your right foot up. Step your right toes back, put your right hand down, reach your left arm in the air. Open up. Keep this arm position, windmill to warrior two. Watch your front knee. Step back to double block. Paint the floor with your right hand. Reach forward, right arm reaches, right leg lifts. Reverse flying warrior. Draw that right knee up and through. Proud warrior. Kick your right foot forward. Kicking warrior. Draw it back. Work toward warrior three. Hands to heart center. Swing the right leg through. Hop and turn. Find the floor. Lower through. Cobra roll. Hips lift. Downward facing dog. Good. You? Emily floated through. We need a bell.
We do.
Wait, hold on. Emily floated through. Alison practiced Ashtanga. She's probably good at float through. Yeah. Good. So we're in 4? Huh?
Unification.
Unification. It's the back bending section. Emily has very pretty warriors bridges. Carly's are good. Looking good. Like it. Emily, you want to lead 4 from up here? Let me give you the mic. Mic's a little weird because you're trying to smash it when you're practicing.
Yeah, like in plural.
Sounds good. Carly, have you heard us with the mic yet? Yeah.
It was Caitlin more that was having a issue. Her people couldn't hear through the computer, but it was only when she was here. So begin in downward facing dog. Fingers spread wide at the top of the mat, feet together at the back of the mat. 3 rounds of breath. Feet together, inhale, right leg comes up. Roll through to plank. Bring that right knee underneath your chest and shoot it out over underneath you, over to the left. Sit down on the right hip, right leg extended long, left knee up. Warrior's bridge. Bring the left arm across and drive your hips up. Lower down, protect your face. Place your left hand back to the mat. Bring that leg back through to three-legged dog. Right hip open, so the right foot goes over to left. Keep reaching over the left. Come to sit down. Left leg extended long, right knee up. Right hand across the left toes. Drive the hips up, warrior's bridge. It's the same thing, just a different side. Lower down, protect your face. Hand back to the mat, back to three-legged dog. Right foot steps up to right hand. Turn to the left long edge of your mat. Keep turning, turning, turning. Come to sit down on the left hip. Left leg extended long, right knee up. Left hand behind you. Right hand draws across, rise up. Warrior's bridge. Confusing. Lower down, protect your face. Spin to the front of the mat. Right foot forward, runner's lunge. Holding this lunge. Lower the left knee, shin, toes, straighten the right leg. Come to sit back, either on the mat or sit on the left heel. Right toes up, fold over your right leg. Place the right foot down, come back into that low lunge. Shimmy the right foot out, find a lizard pose. So lower the elbows, the forearms. You might even come up on the right blade of the foot. If you need a little extra, you can lift the left leg up by tucking the toes underneath. If you have that left knee, go ahead and lower it down. Walk your hands back up. Shimmy the right foot in. Step the back foot forward, pyramid pose. Fold over your straightening right leg. Press through both feet. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Slow and controlled. Bring your hands behind your back for either fire log position or if you're working for prayer, hands behind your back. Pinkies press into the spine. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, collarbones forward. Folding, parallel, torso parallel with the mat. Keep lifting your elbows up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. So this is our coiling dragon. So inhale, slowly roll up through the spine, arms reach overhead, hands clasp, release the pointer fingers, start to turn towards the left, bring your hands in front of your face, keep turning, turning, turning. Your knees are bending a little bit, so you face the front of the mat and the right knee is in the back of the left knee pit, left arm down, right arm up, heels lifting. And then uncoil the same way, come out, arms reach overhead. So you're in a shortened stance. I'm sorry, I should have said that earlier. So we're gonna coil same way all the way down to a seated twist. So turn to the left, turn, turn, turn. Feet spin, knees connect, lower down. Squeeze the legs together, lower to a seat. Right hand on top of left knee, twisting open to the left. And then reverse it, come out the same way you came in. So walk around your body. We're going to reverse flying warrior. So left arm reaches out in front, left leg lifts. Hands at heart center, swing that left leg through, falling warrior, find the ground. And take a vinyasa, cobra roll to up dog. Chin to chest roll, back down dog. 3 rounds of breath. Same thing on the left side. Feet together at the back of the mat. Inhale, left leg comes up, 3-legged dog. Bend the left heel, bring it towards your glute. Shift forward towards a plank and shoot that left leg underneath you over to the right. Left leg extended long. Right hand draws across that leg. Drive the hips up, warrior's bridge. Protect your face as you come down. Right hand back to the mat, left leg in the air, 3-legged dog. Open the hip. Come to sit down on the right hip. Right leg extended long. Warrior's bridge. Protect your face as you come down. Left hand to the top of the mat. Bring that left foot to meet the left hand. Keep spinning, spinning, spinning. Come to sit down on the right hip. Right leg extended long. Left hand comes across the toes. Drive the hips up, warrior's bridge. Come back down. Turn to face the back of the mat. Left foot forward. Runner's lunge. Right heel pressing to the back of the mat, front of the mat, wherever you are. Lower the right knee, shin toes, straighten the left leg. Come to sit down on the floor behind you or sit on the right foot. Folding over your straightening left leg. Begin to walk forward, moving into lizard. So shimmy the left foot out to the left. Come down onto your elbows, forearms. Maybe resting on the left blade of the foot. If you need extra, you can tuck the right toes and lift the back leg. If you have the right leg lifted, gently lower the knee. Walk the hands up towards the body. Shimmy the left foot in. Step the back foot forward, pyramid. Fold over your straightening right leg, left leg. So shorten your stance a little bit if you need to. We're going into that, about to go into the coiling dragon after we place our hands behind our back. So inhale, roll up through the spine, slow and controlled. Hands behind your back for prayer, fire log. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, collarbones forward, hips back, torso parallel with the mat. Keep lifting your elbows up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the mat. Roll up, slow and controlled. Arms overhead. Coiling dragon the other way. So lower your hands in front of your face. Turn to face the right. Keep turning, 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 turning. Connect the knees. Right arm down, left arm up. Coiling dragon. Come out the same way you came in. Arms overhead, coiling to seated twist. Bring the hands in front of your face, turn to the right. Keep turning to face the back of the mat. Right arm down, left arm up. Slide down those legs to a seated twist. Left hand on right knee helps you to twist. It's going to uncoil the same way that we came out. Right arm in front, right leg lifts, reverse flying warrior. Reaching forward through the fingers, reaching back through the toes. Hands at heart center, falling warrior. Swing that leg through. Find the ground. Cobra roll to up dog. Chin to chest roll, back downward facing dog. And take a knee. End of section 4. So many left and right.
Yeah.
Left hand long, right leg extended.
Ow. How long have you been doing it, Carl? You mean, and you've been doing Budokon pretty much the whole time? That was your first class? Yeah, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I know.
5 months.
That was cool. Like that's what's worth it about us doing it. Like we got one person to come. Like that's what like that's. Oh, okay. Well, that's like I never even knew. Two of the people I think were already seen it. Like 2 or 3.
Had been before, yeah, I think.
I'm glad I found you.
Yeah, we are too. Yeah, you're so like that's one of the things where like like getting into the advanced class. I think it's just like we have requirements like listed, but it's like 6 months of doing the first class, being able to hold an L sit. You got the L sit pretty good. Handstand, like I think you're pretty good at wall. So we do a lot. We end up working a lot because once we get to where we can move into the second series, like a lot of that stuff is like required. Like you have to have it, and you got to pretty much have it memorized because we want to get it where we just like we crush it. We go pop, 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 pop. So you're super close to moving up. That'd be cool.
Section 2.
Sweet, 2.
Yeah, I needed 4 and now 4.
So let's talk about 5 because it's called balance, and it's about rolling balance. It's about going from your feet to on your back up to your feet. Eventually without using your hands, but that's not saying you can't use your hands as you're starting it. All right? So it's a quick like anatomy lesson because sometimes like, especially in the advanced classes, I'll cue this. I'll say go to supine. So supine is this. And the way I remember it is your spine is on the ground. Supine, right? It's the opposite is prone. This is prone. And I won't say like what Cameron's like cueing for this was like hilarious. But he's like, if you're in this position, you're prone to being screwed. Being used screwed, you know. But it's like I stuck in my brain. It's like so forever I'll remember that, you know, like go to prone. What's prone? That's prone. Like belly down, right? Supine, belly down. Prone. So we're going into this section, we're going from an upright position. Actually, we're going from supine, spine down, and we're going to go into plow. So I'm just, for the people watching, I'm just going to go through this really fast, and then we'll do it together. So I'm going to go into plow. I'm going to bend my left foot behind my right, and I'm going to, it's like a figure 4, and I'm going to roll up and get my right foot down and my hips up as quickly as I can. So the faster you get your hips up, the less of a problem that left foot is. But I do have it like straight, kind of like ballerina foot. I can roll over it. We come up to what we call warrior's base. So that's standing on the right foot, squatting back into your hip, and drawing your left hip towards your heel, towards your glute. This is our warrior's base. Then we make shapes from here. We come back here. We reach our energy forward. We lightly step our left foot back. Lightly lower your left knee down. So I kind of like draw that foot toward the center line so I can clear it. You could use your hands there if you needed. Straighten your left leg. And this is where people get lazy. You could just go plop back like that. But that's not what we're trying to do. We're building strength. So you lower by reaching, slow and controlled. Your arms go overhead. The back of your hands root and your legs lift to plow. So again, on the other side, right behind left. Notice I'm straightening that foot so I can kind of roll over the top. Come up onto the left foot. Draw the right heel toward my right glute. I'm squatting. We make shapes. Energy forward. We lower down. I clear that right foot. I straighten the legs. I lower through. I find plow. That's the basic thing. So if you haven't done it before, get that foot down as quickly as you can. And the other foot's not really so much of a problem. But if you've got to push with your hands a little bit the first couple of times, it's not really an issue. Start in downward facing dog. Bend into your knees, look forward, and float through to boat. So spring up, cross your shins really high, swing your legs through, reach your arms, reach your legs, lower back, slow and controlled, arms overhead. Find plow. Left foot behind right. Roll up onto that right foot. Hips come up. Warrior's base. So you're into that right glute. Your right hand reaches down. Your left arm reaches up. Your left leg is straightening. Your left hip is stacking over your right. We're in a half moon. Now come back to your warrior's base. Hands to heart center. Left heel toward right glute. Reach forward. Lightly step the left foot back. Straighten the right leg. Straighten the left leg. Stay tucked as you find your plow. Right behind left, roll up onto that left foot, get the left foot down, come up. Right heel toward right glute, get a little squatty here in the left hip. Left hand down, right hand up. Right leg straightening, right hip stacking over left. Half moon. Come back up to your warrior's base. Reach forward as you lightly step your right foot down. Clear that right leg. Lower, slow and controlled like a tuck to plow. Left behind right, roll up warrior's base. Right foot down. Now this is our standing split variation, so flatten your hands onto the ground. Your left heel is lifting up. Your toes are pointed down. So don't let your hip open too much. Keep it kind of squared and lifting as you press your hands into the floor and breathe. You'll see why in a second. Breathe 3. Breathe 2. Now rise back up to your warrior's base. Reach forward as you lower down. Take your time moving into that strong plow. Right foot behind the left, roll up to warrior's base. Flat hands to the floor. Right heel lifting, right toes pointed down. Give it a good strong press. Get those shoulders active. Fold down. Breathe 3. Lift that right heel more. Breathe 2. Rise back up to warrior's base. Reach forward as you step back. Clear the right foot. Take your time lowering into plow. Left foot behind right. Roll up warrior's base. Flat hands to the floor. Left heel lifting. So keep this 90-degree angle in your legs. Look forward. Give it a little hop. And let that left heel draw you up into a split leg handstand. It's just one breath. Let the left heel draw you up and come down. Up and down. Warrior's base. Forward to lower. Take your time. Find plow. Right behind left. Get that left foot down. Bring your hips up. Warrior's base. Hands to the mat. Right heel lifting. Flat hands down. All the weight's going there, right? Let the right heel lift. Keep a 90 degree in your legs. Look forward. A little spring, a little press. Rise up. 1. Lift. 2. Lift. 3. Warrior's base. Forward to lower back. Take your time. Tuck to find plow. And breathe. On an exhale, roll up to a wide squat. Bring your hands down. Bend your elbows back. Build a shelf and shift your legs onto your bent arms. It's a really wide-legged crow. 5 breaths. Draw your heels towards your glutes. 3, 2, squat. Excellent. Grab your water. Two sections left. Yeah, I'm not familiar with all the little like hack things on the iPhone. One morning I was like, I think I was like getting out of the shower and it was like steamy and I wasn't looking. And like I was trying to turn up like a podcast and I kept pressing a button and it wasn't working. So I pressed the other button and then 911 people called me and they're like, is this an emergency? Are you dying? I'm like, because like I hit the 911 thing. Because you can turn that off. I didn't know. Yeah, so it's like you hit like multiple buttons at the same time. It calls 911. I didn't know. But I wasn't even looking. So, but now I set it where it doesn't automatically call. You have to like swipe the screen. It's a good thing to like turn off. Yeah. Do what? No, but it wasn't turning anything up. I was hitting the wrong button. I'm just like, oh, I fell? Yeah, I've done that. Yeah. I fell in the ice. We had that ice storm, and like I was like falling at work, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, I know how to do this. I was like, oh, this is no problem. Just like make sure a lot of stuff hits the ground at one time. Yeah, and that's like that's what you want. You want to do something so many times that you don't. It's just in your body. It's like the word I like for that is like you embody the practice. Like so, when you come in here and like you're 5 months in, like say, hey, we're gonna do this practice together, and we're not gonna say anything. That's so cool because you're like your body knows like, oh yeah, that, oh yeah, that. Like you just it's already like in you. You're like, oh, and all the movements like they have particular like functional things as opposed to you go to like who knows regular class somewhere. And you're like, I go to a class like that, and now my brain is like, what are we trying to do here? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, are they just randomly, and at least judging from the people that I see on like Facebook and yoga teacher groups and stuff, people are just like, oh, I like that pose, that pose, that pose, that pose, that pose, that pose, that pose. And they just put them together in a class. Like, there's no like real, your body is opening for this to get to this, to get to this. They're just like, oh, I want to do this, 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 and this, because I'm good at it. And I like to do stuff I'm good at. So that's what people pretty much do. And that's cool. I consider like I suck at everything that we do. And I try to do it better every time I do it. You know? Like, I would never say, oh, I can do this or that. I'm like, no, I'll have to work my butt off to like get these things, you know? And then if you quit doing it, you lose it like really fast. Like you start to get tight again and you start to blah, blah, blah. So kind of a lifetime thing, you know, a good practice. Animal section. So this is probably the most interesting. You at home, I would recommend just try to be light. Don't worry about being too explosive today, especially if you haven't done it a lot. Like, as you move into these shapes, be light as you can. So start at the top of your mat in a squat with your heels down and your hands flat. So that's kind of hard for a lot of people to do. So our first move is called leaping leopard. What we're doing is we're pressing up into a cat back and we're spinning 180 degrees. So we're going to leaping leopard to the right. So we press through our hands, we press through our heels, and we cat back and we spin. We land. Gorilla, reach the back of your hands forward and hop your feet up to meet your hands. Hands down. Leaping leopard to the left. Gorilla. Hands down. Leaping leopard to the right. Gorilla. Leaping leopard to the left. Gorilla. Leaping leopard to the right. Lower down, low plank, chaturanga. So get low. Bend your elbows and get a couple of inches from the ground. Look forward. We call it Krakasana. I want you to pop your whole straight body 3 times forward. 1, 2, 3. Hop your feet inside your hands. Reach your arms up. Fighting monkey. Hands down. Leaping leopard to the left. Lower down, low plank, chaturanga. Look forward. Pop your flat, straight body 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Feet inside hands. Reach up. Fighting monkey. Quarter turn leaping leopard. So this is called spinning monkey. And when you land to your spinning monkey, you go into a deep lunge. So look right quick where your rear heel is down and your front toes are up. So think Skandasana, if you know that shape. But not Skandasana on the toes. Okay? Very specific in Budokon. So for spinning monkey, you start facing forward. You're going to place your right hand on the floor. You're going to place your left hand on the floor. Now your left foot's going to go in the air. So you can kind of like little hand balance here. And your right foot steps back into that deep lunge. Left toes up. Shift over. Left heel down. Right toes up. Shift again. Good. So spinning monkey the other direction. So think cartwheel, but stay like a little more compact. Left foot steps back on the left heel is down. Shift back. Shift back. Child's pose at the back of your mat. So most people get pretty winded during the animal section. And this is a moment for you to kind of slow it down. Focus on your breath. Let your heart rate slow down a little. First move in section called flowering lotus. So tuck your toes, come up to stand, kind of on your knees, hips and shoulders up, over your knees, reach your right arm up. So think camel, take your right hand back to your right heel. That one's pretty easy, but this one's a little more difficult. Left arm back for left heel. Connect and send your hips forward, lean your shoulders back. So if that's not happening for somebody, you can put your hands in your lower back and just press your hips forward. So come out just the opposite. Left hand, right hand, forehead to the mat. Kind of like a rabbit pose a little bit. Come back up, right hand up. Left hand up, find your heels. Shoulders lean back, hips press forward. Left hand, right hand, rabbitish pose. One more. Right hand, left hand, hips forward, shoulders back. Left hand, right hand. Down dog. Short down dog. Last one of the practice, float through the boat. Spring, cross your shins high. Swing your legs through. Reach your arms forward, reach your legs forward, lower down, slow and controlled. Find yourself on your back. Bring your feet to the mat. We're going up into a bridge. Feet hip width distance apart, close to your glutes. Elbows pressed down. Rise up with your hips. So you can be here or you can move into wheel, but listen to how I'm saying. Hands by ears. Pop up to top of your head. Hug your elbows in. Press your heels down. And extend to straighten your arms. And breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and head, shoulders, hips. Once you wipe your knees, circle your wrists. And take your arms overhead. Back of your hands, press into the mat. Find plow. Bend your left behind your right and roll up to half pigeon. So the left leg is at a 90-ish degree angle. We lean to the left hip. We take our right leg behind us. Make sure that your right toes are either flat or you're on the toes with the heel up. Walk your hands up towards your left leg. Sit tall. Now we're going to dive down, scoop through, inhale. So kind of like a cow back to a cat back, exhale. Dive through cow, inhale. Press back cat. One more, dive down and walk it down. Rest your forehead on the mat, your arms, your fist, and breathe. Deep, steady breath. Walk your hands up towards your body. Lean to the left so your right foot is light and slides around. Straighten your left leg, tuck to lower back to plow. Bend your left behind your right and roll up for half pigeon. So left leg is kind of a 90-ish. We lean to the left hip. We take our, oh, sorry, I did that backwards, didn't I? Right foot in front. My bad. Sorry, y'all. Left leg back. Walk up towards your right leg. Sit tall. Dive down, scoop through. So you're like, inhale, cat back, cow back. Exhale, cat back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, walk it down. Rest your forehead on something firm. Maybe walk your left foot back a little bit to deepen into the stretch and breathe. Deep, steady breath here for 3, 2. Walk up, lean to the right, take your left leg around, tuck to lower, slow and controlled. Find plow. Bring your hands to your mid-back. Hug your elbows in and work yourself into a supported shoulder stand. Legs reaching up toward the ceiling. Exhale, deaf man's pose, lower your knees towards your ears. Slowly roll your hips toward the mat. Catch your feet as they pass. Dead bug. So root your tailbone down. Keep your heels pointed up. Pull into your feet and kick back into your hands. And breathe. Release the grip on your feet. So you haven't done this, listen. Just cross your right ankle over your left ankle. Take your left hand and go for the outside of your right foot. The right hand gets the outside of the left foot. That should be the bottom foot. Bend the left heel towards your glute. Keep the feet in your hand. Roll this whole mess over to the left. Lower your head back. Straighten the top leg. Pull the bottom knee toward the front of the room. Lower your head to the mat. Conscious twist. So you're working to straighten the legs. You're working to pull into that bottom one. And your right shoulder, lastly, can move toward the floor. Really deep IT band stretch. Breathe. Breathing here for 3, for 2, and release. Come back to your lower back. Cross your left over your right. Your right hand gets the outside of the left. The left hand gets the outside of the right, which should be the bottom one. Bend the right towards your glute. Roll this whole thing over to the right. Keeping the feet in your hands. Lower your head back. Straighten the top leg. Pull into the bottom foot. Bringing that foot closer to your glute and pointing that bottom knee toward the front of the room. Conscious twist and breathe. Carly, move your knee toward me, the bottom knee. Spin it toward the front of the room. Oh, you were there. No, I was just saying, like, move that knee toward me. Yes, perfect. Breathe. Release. And come into your corpse pose or your final relaxation. So your feet are relaxed out to the side. Your arms are in a comfortable position next to your body. Just allow yourself to be heavy. So nothing really to do here. No reason to think about what you just did or compare it to anybody else. Drawing in those steady breaths through your nose. Giving your body a moment to just let these movements, these stretches, these muscles that you worked, kind of calm down, slow down. Now deepen your breath. Bring some movement into your fingertips, into your toes. Your next big inhale, take your arms and stretch them long back behind you. So reaching back through your fingers, forward through your feet. Big full body stretch. And as you exhale, bring your feet to the mat so your knees are up. Rolling onto your right side, you can use your right bicep as a pillow. Walk your hands a little closer and press yourself back up to that kneeling seat where we started our practice with our toes tucked under, sitting nice and tall. You can bring your hands to the top of your thighs to kind of support the length in your spine. Take a breath in. Press it out through your nose. Another breath in. Press it out. One more in. Bowing out, left hand followed by right, making that little triangle with the first finger and the thumb, forehead down. Press back up. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a little bow forward. Excellent work. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being on Zoom. Let me shut this off and we'll. Yeah. Hey, Allison, how you feel?
Confused.
That was
Confused,
good.
I bet. Yeah,
I really like
awesome.
that.
Yeah, he's
Cool.
a big
It's a
fan.
lot.
I thought he would be. I'm
Yeah.
glad he
Awesome.
got to do it.
Good.
That
I'll
was
send
cool.
I'll
I
send
don't
y'all
remember
like
any of that.
I'll send you the one that we did the other day, so it's like a little like faster and like you can kind of just like watch it in 20 minutes or something.
Cool.
And it
Sweet.
might help, but I'm glad y'all made it. It was awesome.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, y'all have a good rest of your night. See you soon.
Yeah,
You
you
too.
too. Bye.
Take it
Bye,
easy.
guys.